For the past few days, I've been saying I was going to be streaming sometime this weekend, but it's just, laziness is a bitch. Like, because what I was really going to do is I was going to make some teams, then finally stream. I never made the teams, and then I just got too lazy to stream in general, so it's just like, well, I'm fantastic. So I'm not going to make any promises when I'm going to stream again, so that means you get a Showdown video instead, because, yeah. But anyways, hey guys, well, we got a match here today against some guy named lolsup. I decided I would quick make a new team for the hell of it and just jokingly do something, which my jokingly thing was to just grab things from just the top 10 of OU and use those because shits and giggles is obviously the point. But, got a CB Scizor, Standard Pharaoh, Defensive Politoed, Extra Prevail Latios, DD, Dragonite, and a Sub Calm Mind Jirachi, which I would probably change that if anything, but that's not the point. Anyways, opponent's team. He's kind of just got a standard offensive team with a Tyranitar there, so it's just kind of a standard offensive team. But threats, I don't know, kind of just all of his team, because my team has terrible ass synergy because it's just the top 10 of OU. I mean, just using the top 10 does not guarantee you'll have the best synergy in the world. You really usually won't. But, you know, his team is threatening. He's just got a bunch of offensive dudes. His easiest thing is probably going to be the Gliscor and the Tyranitar, but the rest of it, I'm just going to have to kind of play my dudes right, and I should be okay. But leads, I thought he was just going to go with T-Tar, so I was like, alright, let's go with Scizor. That should be smart, right? Because, I don't know, if he decides to predict me to leave to Politoed, I should be able to handle whatever. So, for some reason I'm on the other side, but whatever. Let's just get into it. But he's actually going to lead off with Infernape because I lead off with Scizor, so I'm like, fuck, I gotta go to Politoed because I do not want to take that hit, and even if he decides to close combat, shouldn't do too much, and he just goes for Fire Blast to be safe, which is fine. I had predicted the switch out. I didn't really care what. I knew he wouldn't go to Gliscor at the very least, so I just go for Toxic, which hits a Latios, which is pretty good, but I'm going to decide here just to go to Jirachi and like, hey, let's get some Calm Minds up and go from there, because it seems like most of his team wouldn't appreciate a Calm Minding Jirachi. But he goes up to Tyranitar, and I'm like, okay, let's just get another Calm Mind up and then go for Water Pulse. I did not notice, however, that he was faster. I wasn't really paying attention to that fact. Then I noticed here, oh wait, he was faster. That was stupid of me. So I die for, like, no reason. But now I'm going to go to Scizor again and just go for U-turn, because I know that he probably won't want to stay in. Looking at it, he's most likely choiced, because actually that makes sense, because my Jirachi reaches a high amount of speed, so that Tyranitar is scarfed. So, I'm just going to U-turn into Politoed and just try and scald shit, because that is really the best thing I can do. And he's going to protect and go back into Latios, that's fine. I can just go to Ferrothorn, because I know he's most likely going to Toxic, because he's weird and runs Toxic. But I'm just going to go into Ferrothorn and just get my hazards up, starting up with the Stealth Rocks. Then I can just start getting spikes up, because even if his Gliscor decides to quote-unquote set up on me by getting subs and shit, I really don't care. I just want my hazards going, because even though spikes are only going to hit a few of his guys, they'll still be important for those guys that do get hit, so that's that. But he does bring in Infernape. I'm just going to go into Latios because I do not want to take a hit with Ferrothorn. I don't really want to go into Politoed right now because I don't know why, but I predicted him to go back actually into T-Tar when I brought in Latios, so I go into Politoed, and I'm like, oh, well, shit, he went into Latios, let's go to Pharaoh, but then he double switches out to Infernape, so it's like, oh, great, I gotta go back out to Politoed now, and he's just gonna U-turn predicting that, that's fine, I really don't care, but he's gonna go into Tyranitar, which is kind of weird solely for the fact that I know he's Scarfed now, and he can't kill me with anything, so I can just hit him with a nice Scald, bring him down pretty low, don't get the burn, not really caring though, because I can just go back into Pharaoh, who is my best guy to take a Stone Edge at this point, and I take it pretty decently, so I can just kind of wall those hits for days, and eventually get up on my hazards again. Well, not again, just get up the last layer of spikes, and then he can't switch in anymore. If you see his HP percentage, at 25 plus 12 is 37, he's not going to be able to switch in again. So I'm like, okay, let's just Gyro Ball. And he goes into Landorus, and I get that nice damage off. I know now, since he goes for Focus Blast, he's most likely Life Orb, so I'm going to go into Latios, just go for Surf. He does unfortunately go into Latios, which I don't know what kind of speed it's running, so I don't really want to risk going for Draco, and then also just being trapped in on T-Tar. Actually, no, not trapped in on T-Tar. I didn't want to risk Draco, so I was like, alright, let's just go into Scizor and go from there, because I'm for some reason suspecting he might not have HP Fire, but whatever. I mean, that kind of confirms he might not, so just getting U-turn and going to Latios, and I figure he's just going to protect here, so I'm going to go for Roost, and anything he switches to really isn't going to threaten me that much, because like I said, T-Tar will die from spikes and Stealth Rocks. At least I was assuming it would. I still want to play it safe just in case it had like that 1% that made it live, but fortunately it does not live, so it does die. But he goes into Infernape. I'm like, let's just go into Politoed. I don't know what kind of Infernape he is. If he's Scarfed, whatever. I mean, I really don't care, but it's like I'd rather preserve Latios than Politoed, so I'm going to go into that. He does go for HP Ice, which will not do shit to Politoed, which confirms he's probably also Scarfed, so he has 2 Scarfers on his team. I mean, that's fine. I do the same thing half the time, but whatever. But he just went into Landers to kill off my Politoed. Now I'm just going to go into Dragonite to try and revenge him with the Extreme Speed, but he's going to go into Latias. I'm like, okay. I might as well just set up a Dragon Dance because he can't kill me with anything, and I can just kind of sweep him from there. But he actually goes for Roost, and I noticed I'm faster, so it's like I could have just hit his Latias down in the first place, and I would have been perfectly safe with my Latios, but oh well, that's of course the game. But I'm just going to take him out his Kelia with the Dragon Claw, and then take out his Landorus. I think I just go for Extreme... No, I go for Dragon Claw. I thought I went for Extreme Speed for shits and giggles, but I didn't. But, yeah, that's that match. Kind of started off shitly, but came back pretty okay, I think. So, that is it for this. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll try and actually get more Wi-Fi battles going. Maybe I'll stream sometime. I don't know. I can't promise anything because I'm a lazy sack of shit. But, yeah, that's it for this. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Such blah. Recommend sub, and later, guys.